Are potatoes the most versatile vegetable? You can make fries with them, you can make potato bake with them, you can make crisps with them, you can even roast them. But can you make art with them? Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a very interesting art challenge, I could say. I am attempting to make art with potatoes. Now that isn't as weird as it sounds. I'm actually making potato stamps, which involves me carving into potatoes, as you can see on the screen. But yeah, using paint and stamping them onto paper to make a picture. Now, I'm not sure if this will be any good or it might be potato quality, but you know what? I am giving it a go and I am trying it out and seeing what happens. So I tried it out and I carved a few different varieties of stamps. I did a few leaves, I also did a few flowers, as well as a few other little interesting things. I used a knife at first, mainly to do the sort of main cuts on the potato, and then I went in with a sort of Stanley knife or craft knife, as some people may call it, to do the more sort of fine, detailed sort of sculpts, if that makes sense. Now, it actually helped me a little bit to do like a rough outline or sketch with a watercolor pencil, and then it was actually a lot easier for me to have instead of just cutting in blindly, and it was convenient because the juices of the potato would activate the watercolor pencil, so it was actually really easy to sort of draw in a little sketch. Now, I'm not sure if these potatoes are like really fresh or like not fresh, because they were super juicy. Every time I like cut into them, like potato juice would come out and it was kind of gross. But yeah, I kind of tried to pick the most ugly sort of potatoes with the like little imperfections, because I didn't want to like use the really nice looking fresh ones that I could probably eat, if that makes sense. I also tried to cut them in half where I could, so that I could use each half as a stamp, so I wasn't wasting too much potato. So now is the time for me to add the paint and try out these stamps. And a few of the times it didn't really work out that well, but a lot of these I was sort of just testing and sort of dabbling in it to see what I could make. And yeah, the paint that I'm actually using today is not acrylic paint, because I read that oil paint is better for stamps and lino printing, so I thought, you know, it's probably better for this. I don't know why, but I decided to go with that paint, and I'm lucky because I had some oil paints that were in a cupboard. I sort of left them in a cupboard for like a few years because I'm not really into oil paints and they were a gift. But yeah, I finally got to use them, and yeah. First off was a sort of flower design, and at the moment I'm just sort of testing it out to see what I like, and I did end up using a paintbrush just for the stems of the flowers, mainly because you can't really do that with a potato, and it's not like I'm doing it only with potato, if that makes sense. But yeah, a few of these are a little bit, especially the one on the screen right now. I kind of didn't like it too much because the paint kind of gave it like a weird sort of stain on the paper, but I just kept trying new things and seeing what I liked. Now this one here is actually one of my favorites from this video and this set of artworks. I actually decided to try black paper as well as white paper, just to see what kind of different effects I could get. And with these leaves, I sort of did like yellows and oranges to try and get like a little autumn leaf pattern. And I actually really like the texture of these, because sometimes the stamp had more paint on it than other times, and sometimes there was less paint. So it kind of gave it a really cool effect of like some looking like they're sort of thinner than other leaves. And I really like the effect. I like the texture that it gives, and it's kind of surprising. And yeah, I don't know, I like this one. The next one I kind of just wanted to sort of try that sort of technique again, but on a smaller piece of paper. And I was just sort of testing out this like other flowery kind of stamp just to see if I could get a similar kind of effect with the leaves. And I do like this one, but it's not as good as the leaf one. I still like the leaf one a lot better. Now this next one, I sort of carved a few different oceany like plants and like animals and like a mermaid, just to see what I could get, because I really wanted to try and stamp on a painted background, and I had the idea to do sort of like a little oceany scene. I feel like I tried to go too detailed though, especially with the mermaid. I do like how it looks, but I think this sort of thing is better for more simple patterns than like detailed scenes, if that makes sense. But I do like the results. First off, I tried to go with sort of like a few different colors, but I really like the look of the black mermaid in the distance, so I tried to go in again with just black this time on all of the colors of all of the items on this image, and I really like the result because it's sort of like a silhouetted effect, and yeah, I really like it. So this was definitely an interesting experience. I wanted to see if I could make art with potatoes, and it seems like I can. It's not the best art, but it was an experience and it was fun, and I had never done this before, and I have heard of it from other people, so you know, I guess I just wanted to try it out and see what I could do. So here are the final results for the artworks, and you know what, I don't mind them. I definitely like a few better than other ones, mainly the leaf one. That one was pretty good. A few of them were just okay, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit like and subscribe and check out my other videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye everyone.